Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Arden of Faversham, and we get to hear from Franklin today. We haven't gotten to hear much from Franklin. He is Arden's very good friend, and he's been trying to keep Arden a little bit level as Arden is dealing with the jealousy of believing that his wife is having an affair with somebody else, which she is, and she's also plotting his murder. But Franklin doesn't know that. He's just trying to look out for his friend. And the two of them are currently in London, and we're in Act 3, Scene 1, and earlier in this scene, he was trying to just sort of calm Arden down a little bit because Arden is very much haunted by the thought of his wife being with somebody else. And Franklin was like, well, maybe you just stay here in London with me for a little while. And he's like, yeah, but if I'm here, he's there and gets to sleep in my bed. So it's a lose-lose. But then Michael Bolton came in and was like, you know, it's about 10 o'clock. And they're like, all right, let's get ready for bed. And Arden and Bolton leave, Arden and Michael leave, and as they're on the way out, Franklin says, I pray you go before, I'll follow you. Oh, what a hell is fretful jealousy. What pity-moving words, what deep-fetched sighs, what grievous groans and overlading woes accompanies this gentle gentleman. Now will he shake his care-oppressed head, then fix his sad eyes on the sullen earth, ashamed to gaze upon the open world. Now will he cast his eyes up towards the heavens, looking that ways for redress of wrong. Sometimes he seeketh to beguile his grief, and tells a story with his careful tongue. Then comes his wife's dishonor in his thoughts, and in the middle cutteth off his tale, pouring fresh sorrow on his weary limbs. So woe-begone, so inly charged with woe, was never any lived and bare it so. So he's musing on the destructive qualities of jealousy in this particular case and feeling bad for his friend. You know, he sees his friend moping and sighing and then trying to distract himself with other stories, things like that. But then the thought of his wife sleeping with somebody else creeps back into his head and he's all sullen and all that sort of thing. And he's like, you know, nobody else that is this gentle and wonderful has ever felt this badly before. And as he's musing on this, Michael Bolton comes back in and he's like, you know, are you coming? Franklin's like, oh, he's already in bed. And Bolton's like, yeah. And then as Franklin is leaving, Michael Bolton will have a moment on the stage to share his thoughts with us. And we will hear that in tomorrow's monologue. So I will see you then. Mwah.